hear how they reacted after the raid?
We are so good though. We need a Oscar.
Let's go!
I told you to be like saying a nice message and that we are hurt like that, and that we do love them but just don't like the situation, so they will not think we are really against them, you know?
Yeah, that's smart.
Play the victim.
And because these two girls are so pleased with their acting, they want to contact Netflix too for a tell-all documentary.
Let's email Netflix ASAP.
Hulu, Amazon Prime.
And this next conversation proves that the Tate brothers are not forcing them to stay.
Tristan doesn't really care if I leave because we've made the brothers believe we are in love. They think we will run back. We will be out of here fine. I don't think they care that much if we leave anyways.
This is why Andrew Tate's fans are posting hashtag free the Tates. So is this enough evidence for the Tate brothers to be free again?
Yo, what up? It's your boy. So, had to cut out some of the stream, edit it, add some things, just simply because it was an L stream, very L stream. But we're going to be going into and discussing and actually reading out all the WhatsApp messages between the two victims and Emma and her parents regarding the Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Tate's Angels incarceration for investigation, right? So we're gonna get right into that. And hey, if you're watching this, I do appreciate you, but let's get it.
The Darn Production.
We just made it out the insane asylum. My silence would lose my features. Why to leave you shrink outside yourself like dust? I'm stomping like a kudo by my house. Remember how you did me? I remember this is heavy. The incentive for the check. AB, how I leave it in the field. Level with you niggas. Bring the table chairs. Blow a bed. I'm not settled in my nigga like a magic trick. I make it look real easy, nigga. Hook, line, sinker. Rhythm in my hustle, nigga. That's how a street truck creeping, running with the mug. Classy popping off. Temper on Benny Siegel now. Knowing damn well that this type of attitude will make my mama frown. Mama smile. We don't make it out alive, so I can't let these niggas slide their eyes over.
And we are live. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is my first live, so still working out the kinks. I don't even have a setup. I just decided I'm gonna go ahead and hop and make it happen and do it. So here we are. But yeah, so basically, as the title states, we're gonna be taking a deep dive into the supposed WhatsApp messages leaks regarding the Tate brothers and the whole situation. As we saw, you know, a couple streamers. I mean, you probably saw it already. As far as everything goes, you saw the video regarding Tate's ex-girlfriend. You saw, anyways. So we'll get into it real here. We're gonna play that. Let me share my screen here. Can I do it? Yeah. So we'll bring that up here.
The screenshots have been leaked today from the girls who framed Tristan and Andrew from the human trafficking and rape. The very same two girls who accused them of these things, the screenshots between them two have been leaked today, where they're talking about how they're going to play this, how they're going to frame, they have planned to frame them, and how they're going to do it. There's a discussion, you can see it on the screenshots, what they're saying.
Now, my contention with this, excuse me, saying that they plan to frame them, right? I read the messages. I don't know if they plan to frame them, right, or if it more was, well, you know, we'll see. I guess you could say they did have some type of collusion to try to get money out of them, right? But again, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate and say, nah, they didn't try to frame him. It's just what happened, right? And we'll show you guys the messages here.
Are you good actors? Asking each other if they're good actresses, how they're gonna let the tear come out and all that kind of stuff, how they're gonna get an Oscar for it, how they're going to contact Netflix and Hulu to get the best deal. And not only that, one of the girls also been messaging mother at the same time while she was talking to the other girl, how she is not kidnapped or she's not being human trafficked. And her mother ended up calling the embassy, American embassy, and even her daughter was like, you did it, I didn't tell you to. And she was like, what? Well, then why are you causing all of this like massive problem?
Now, one of the things that a lot of naysayers like to say is that the earlier instance or the earlier reports of this last year, they were saying that, or Andrew Tate said, there's a recording of it, that the girl's boyfriend saw her on TikTok or on Snapchat or whatever at Tate's house, and then he called the embassy. But in these messages, it's revealed that her family did. However, maybe that's the story she told Andrew Tate, so that's what he thinks, or maybe that's the story that the police or DICOT told Andrew Tate when he was first arrested back in April last year regarding this. So it's neither here or there. At the end of the day, the embassy, the Marines were still called because of the controversy or the, you know, the fear mongering that the girl herself enticed.
You're not being trafficked. Like, why are you causing this massive like a problem with the embassy and panic if nothing is happening? And so she just goes to saying like it's your fault. Like, you can see it in the screenshots, because she even herself said in those screenshots, they do not care if I leave. And then mother goes on like, then why are you causing all of this? You can see it all in the screenshots, how she's telling her mother, they don't care if I leave. It's your fault that you called the embassy. Her mother's saying, why are you causing all of this and if there's no problem? And her talking to that other girl, saying that if they're good actresses, they're gonna have a deal with Netflix and Hulu. This is fucking this is disgusting. Those two women should be pulled in a jail, not the boys. I think we all know at this point, I've knew this all along, they're innocent. This is a fucking joke.
Yeah, you've seen the video. So anyways, one thing, this girl's gorgeous. Two is I put that up on TikTok, right? As soon as it dropped, TikTok was not having it. I hate my computer, bruh. I need a new one. But anyways, so TikTok was not having it. They dropped that so fast. Watch, I'm gonna show you. And again, they dropped it for hateful ideology, right? So I don't understand. Again, I don't know, maybe it's because she said the word rape in there, and you can't say that on TikTok. You probably can't say that on YouTube, so they might demonetize it. So I'll put it up on Rumble. But boom, so they took it immediately off of TikTok for hateful ideology, right? So then of course I, appealed the video, like, what you mean? Like, come on now. And this was their response. My laptop is slow. Content can't be restored. It was determined that your content violates our community guidelines. Right? Hateful behavior. We do not tolerate content that attacks or incites violence against an individual or a group of individuals on the basis of protected attributes. We do not allow content that includes hate speech, and we removed it from our platform. So, at what point did her, as you see right there, that is the video uploaded, so it's not cap or anything like that. So, what was she saying, or anything that she said, would you see it as hateful ideology or enticing violence or actions against protected individuals, right? But anyways, so the thing about this, right, is, again, there's the truth out there, and then there's people that don't want the truth to come out simply because they don't like somebody, right? I went into the video where the girls were at after the alleged incident happened. They go over the girls discussing it, right? And what they did was they brought up, They brought up a couple screenshots right from Spy News. And if you've seen these, if you watched the video, you've already seen these. And if you've been online, if you've been doing a deep dive in it, you've already seen these, right? You know, I'm not even gonna go read these right here because there's an issue with them, right? Not with this one, but with the next one, where it looks like somebody, let me see if I can find it. Looks like somebody doctored the image, right? Faked it up, and that also caused quite some controversy regarding the validity of these, you know, WhatsApp messages. What the fuck? Yo, my laptop is trash. It can't handle none of this. I can't handle none of this, yo. Can't handle none of this, gang. Anyways, so there we are. But as you can see, that was one of the main issues here. As you see right down along this line, all of these are sent within the same time. Why it's like that, I don't know. So did some digging, y'all. So I was like, I don't know if Fresh and Fit are being truly honest or transparent. I don't know if these news outlets are being truly honest and transparent. So I decided to keep on digging to find out if this was actually true, right? Because again, this doesn't make sense. And you know, so I went to Twitter because Twitter is where to go. And I found you could go to Twitter, and if you don't like Andrew Tate, or if you want as much information from positive angles or mostly a negative angle, go follow Crabman on Twitter, right? And basically, somehow he got all the WhatsApp messages, right? So let me see which one this is. Okay, this is between the girl. The one I want to show you guys first is the conversation between the girl and her mother and her dad, right? And basically this just highlights, let me see, this just highlights everything that's going on to show that, you know, nothing happened to this girl, and basically she reveals that she's okay. Oh, this is not, I should have labeled them. I should have labeled them, chat. I should have labeled them, my bad. Alright, bam. Alright. So we're gonna read this one first, right? Alright, so this is a conversation between the girl and her parents, right? Again, as you can see right there, this was taken, or these were sent in April 2022. That's last year. But remember, once again, Dicot has identified 6 quote-unquote victims, right? Two of these 6 victims say they're not victims. 2 of them from these WhatsApp messages are, you know, saying, basically coming to collusion to go against Tate. And then we have one now that just came out, or I guess she's one of them, saying that she was forced to get breast surgery, and then that the Tate's angels beat her up when she left, right? There's no, I mean, they haven't shown proof of that surgery, or I believe she did go to the police at the time, and since she didn't have any proof, or the investigation didn't move any further, right? Which is, I guess, this is why the Tate's angels have more charges than actually Andrew Tate. Whereas we also saw that, you know, the Tate brothers released a statement saying that they didn't tell their co-workers to use any type of force or anything like that against the woman, right? But again, out of the 6 victims, 2 say they're not victims. 2 right now we have seen have been colluding to go against Tate, right? And then again 1, so that leaves, you know, at 1 potential victim that we don't know who it is. to substantiate these claims of rape and sexual assault or sexual trafficking, right? But let's get into this. This is the conversation between the girl and her parents, right? So it starts where her parents are somewhere. They tell her it's gorgeous over here. She says, "Lucky you, I'm leaving to London in a couple days." Tristan and his brother are terrible people, and she's bringing a girl that's been stuck there with her, right? And she says, "Maybe I came here for a reason. I'm cutting my losses, and we're making a plan to leave. These guys are actually evil," right? Now I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, this means that they're being treated bad." No, again, it's subjective, right? Her personal opinion doesn't make it true, right? Because if we have women saying that Andrew Tate is awesome and a great person, then why would we take the negative over the positive? Because there's more women saying Andrew Tate and his brother are good people versus women saying that Andrew Tate is evil. So again, it's subjective, right? So then her parents are telling her, be very, very careful. Talk to the American embassy if you can. She sent a picture, and then she said, "I bought the girl ticket. She will transfer money to me." So this right here shows anybody who says, "Oh, Andrew Tate was keeping money from them. They didn't have access to buy tickets. They didn't have access to their money. Took their passports." So there's no way she can be planning to travel somewhere she doesn't have a passport or she has no access to money, right? Let's continue. Then remember, she said, "I'm cutting my losses," meaning she bought her ticket over to Andrew. He didn't convince her. She did her own thing with her own money, right? So I'm cutting my losses, right? And then her parents tell her, send the whole itinerary. How are you going out of his house? Send the whole itinerary. How will you get out? Do you think he'll let you go after investing so much into you? And then they say they have a plan for you and the girl, and it's very dangerous. Again, this is her parents being parents, right? My dad tells my sisters the same thing all the time. So again, this is subjective. It's not a fact. It's just subjective. They're being good parents. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And then she goes, "I'm going to stay at my friend when I land in London, and will host me for a couple weeks while I get some work and make some money out there and go on adventures." Heart emoji. Now, this is key right here, right? So basically, this is a woman who is, pretty, is able to peddle her prettiness around to go travel wherever she might want to go and make some money in the time being. Now, the reason why I want to point this out is because, again, I was trying to show you, but the stream was lagging, but the Freshman Fit video shows that after these allegations were made, they were out in the French Riviera, just partying, with somebody else's Rolex on, inside, or was it an AP, whatever, with somebody else's expensive watch, in expensive vehicles, none of which are hers. So this friend is obviously a guy. So she's just running from wealthy man to wealthy man, getting money from them, using that to fund her sense of adventure and travel, right? So when people are saying, "Oh, she was so in love and the lover boy method," no, she doesn't say any of that here to her parents whatsoever, right? Otherwise, again, it will be proven here because that's what she'd be telling them, right? So she goes, "I'm a little worried about leaving, but we set our flights up for 6 a.m. He moved me into a house with 4 other girls. 3 of the 4 girls have been here for 1 to 5 years and are the groomers. They normalize taking your clothes off and sending them pictures together. Tristan's brother is dating somebody from XYZ. She has broken up with him, and he texts her telling her if she loves him, she will cut an A into her wrist. His name is Andrew." So basically, she's saying, she's just giving more information to what's going on. Doesn't really, again, that instance right there. Hey, I can't speak on anybody else's relationship dynamic, nor can anybody else. So if he told a woman, "Hey, if you love me, then you'll cut my name into your wrist," or whatever, I mean, they probably had a type of dynamic between them. Again, subjective. We don't know what their relationship is, right? I mean, there's women right now who will tattoo a man's full name on her face, so that's really no different than cutting somebody's initial into your wrist. I mean, if you want to be objective and not think emotionally about it, right? Again, her parents tell her, now go lay low key as you are in a very dangerous situation. She tells her parents, this is a secure chat, they don't check the phones, and I'm actually in the best position to get out right now. So again, when people say, oh, they're being trafficked, that they have no outside communication, she apparently she has her phone, she's able to talk to her parents, she's able to upload videos on TikTok, she's able to buy her own ticket to do whatever. We have videos of her ordering food, leaving the compound, coming back by herself. So when people are saying these things, if somebody's being sexually trafficked, they don't really have these types of freedoms. The people who are trafficking them want to be in total control, right? It's not just about being handcuffed or locked up, it's about having total control. And obviously from this instance, you know, they're free to do whatever the hell they want. And then she says the other girls might tell them, though, we are going to leave when they are sleeping. These girls are brainwashed. They don't do anything except stay at the house, and if they leave, everyone has to know. Everyone has to know. There are handlers too. Thankfully, I'm out of the house with Tristan. I asked to leave to one of the other homes. So boom. Again, here's her saying, again, it's all subjective. She's saying the other girls are brainwashed. They don't do anything except stay at the house, and if they leave, everyone has to know. Again, that's a safety issue. Again, like, there's nothing wrong with that. If you leave, let other people know, so if something happens, they know where to go look for you. I mean, that's safety 101. I mean, like, be for real. But again, she herself says, thankfully, I'm out of the house with Tristan. I asked to leave to one of the other homes. So she's not with the girls. Oh no, excuse me. She's not living with Tristan, right? Because she left, right? As she said herself, she asked and she was acquiesced. So again, when people say that she doesn't have any control, she has to be moved out of the house. Tristan said, okay. So, and then her parents tell her, please don't think you are more clever than these guys. Keep a low profile. Be careful how you are getting to get your needs. Do not display your aggression that you have. You will not win. Get to London and come back safely. Come back to safety. We will get the tickets, right? So Tristan let her go. So now the reason why I want to stop right here. So again, these are parents being parents, right? She's saying you're not more clever. Be careful, don't show your aggression. So they already know how their daughter is. They know she's rebellious. They know she's, aggressive or masculine. They know she has a mean streak, and they telling her that you can't beat up a man. Don't try to be aggressive. Just leave, right? Get to London, come back to safety. We'll buy you the tickets. Again, being parents. Now then they say Tristan let her go, and I'm gonna point this out because later on in the conversation, they tell her, we know this was not you talking. And we'll see that here in a second. Then she says, thanks, no worries, I can get the tickets, right? She says, don't worry about it, I have money, I can buy my own tickets, right? And then she goes, you shouldn't have to worry about the money, this is my fault. You shouldn't have to worry about paying for anything that I did because I got here myself. And then she goes, but I'm glad I came because there's another young girl here that definitely needs my help. So she's saying she's happy she came because somebody needs her help, and now she can somehow find value or see a reason for her coming out there, right? Then her parents say, I know, but you are not getting your help with the situation to help anyone who is now at risk other than yourself. Now we should be in a total survival mode. Get low key, you are not going to be able to help anyone but yourself. I am being very realistic. Wake up to your bad situation with no heroics, right? So again, I think this is her dad talking, right? He's basically telling you, you're not a hero. Save yourself first before you can save anybody else. Again, solid logical advice. That's what a dad would tell his daughter, right? We just need you to be safe where you can really consider your actions that put you at risk every day. So basically they're saying, you're a very rebellious girl, you don't listen to us, you put yourself at risk every single day, you need to actually sit down and pay attention to what you're doing. Because again, this is a woman who is pretty and she's using her sexual attraction to allow her to get access to people with money, to travel the world, do whatever she wants, unbeknownst to her, putting herself at risk for anything, right? And she goes, I know the situation. It'll be okay. The best way to approach this is calm and nonchalantly. That's survival. I'll be okay. Just want to keep you in the loop. We'll give updates. Should be in London by the 12th, which is 2 days from now. And then her dad or mom, okay, but be ready to just be in transit. We need you back home to really have a very in-depth talk. I am still your loving dad, as mom is always your best friend. Right? So again, her parents being parents, telling her, hey, come back, you're in a dangerous situation. Your mom's your best friend to talk. I'm still your loving dad. Your mom is always your best friend, but enough is enough. I am worrying. And then he tells her, okay, I'm going to bed now. And then she goes, I'm talking to whoever she's talking to. And she says, it's going to be okay. I love you both. And then her mom or dad says, well, that is really assuring. Tell me what is really going on. And she goes, I've told you what's going on. I'm remaining as calm as possible. I also don't have a big belief that they will stop us from going, because we made the brothers believe we are in love. They think we will run back. Alright, so boom. Right now her parents are saying, tell me what's really going on. So are you being sex trafficked? Are you being forced to do anything you don't want to do? Is somebody harming you? Are you being beat up? Or she says none of this, right? None of that. She said, I told you what's going on. I'm just being calm as possible. And I believe that they don't care if we leave. They're not trying to stop us from going, because we made them think that we are in love. So we lied to them and pretended we are in love just to come over there to Romania to experience this lifestyle. That's literally what they're saying, right? Or that's literally what she's saying. Then she says, my main concerns are coming from things some of the girls are saying. It's a lot to explain, but we will be out of here fine. I don't think they care that much if we leave anyways, which is why I feel okay, sort of okay. A lot of girls seem brainwashed here. Look, I know you don't believe I can handle this, but I can. I'm not so concerned. Tristan doesn't really care if I leave. So again, nothing's going on really. I'm just, concerned with what some of the things that other girls are saying. Maybe they're telling her to maybe be a webcam girl. She doesn't want to. She says the other girls are brainwashed. Again, that's subjective to what brainwashing is. But nothing's happened to her specifically. No physical abuse, no sexual abuse, no rape, right? And she says it's more of the girl I'm with. So she says Tristan doesn't care if I leave, but I think he cares if the other girl leaves, right? I also want to go to London to see one of the girls and gather evidence, right? We're going to send it to the FBI, ? So much for honesty. So if you look at the timestamp, she's been texting, nobody responded. And so that's why she sent the ? And then she said, so much for honesty, laughing emoji. Okay, I've got this on my own, and I want to go to London and finally enjoy my trip. Thanks for the chat. Just want to let you know what happened. And she goes, you aren't the only ones who know my location of where I'm at. Everything will be okay. Please don't stress to it. So now remember when Andrew Tate said that her boyfriend was the one that called the embassy? So this is what she means when you're not the only one who knows my location and where I'm at. Why? Because either her boyfriend or somebody else already knows where she's at and what's going on, right? But anyway, she's being shady to her parents. Remember, this is her parents who care about her. She's being shady to them because they're not responding back to her in an accurate amount of time, right? So my main concern, so much for honesty. Okay, I got this on my own, and I want to go to London and finally enjoy my trip. Thanks for the chat. Just want to let you know what happened. And then she goes, you're not the only one who knows where my location at. Everything will be okay. Please don't add stress to it. I love you both and will be unharmed and safe. So I will be unharmed and safe. I'm safe. I don't know how important it is. I just know how important it is for you to know what situation I've gotten myself into. I really just wanted to travel, have a new love, have fun, make good money playing music, and see more of the world. Knowing damn well she doesn't play music, she's a stripper. Like, stop playing. But anyways, she goes, so I want to go to London just to finally have that experience. This is good opportunity for me to do that. Now that it's been bloody awful, nothing happened to Nothing's happened to me so far, but I don't want to stick around to find out. Yeah? So again, nothing's happened to me. I just don't want to stay around and find out if something will happen to me. But she doesn't have any basis to no example to base off something might happen to her, right? She didn't say the other. Remember, she said the other girls are brainwashed. They don't do anything. They just stay inside, and if they leave, they have to let people know. But she's saying nothing's happened to me personally. I just don't want to find out if something will. But why would you say that if you have no example? She didn't say, "Oh, I saw the other girls get beat up. I saw them abused." X, Y. She didn't say any of that, right? And again, she's talking to her parents. She can be open and honest with them, right? Again, this is the person saying she's a victim, trafficked, X, Y, Z. But all she wants to do is just go to London to have fun. That's all she wants to do. Her parents are telling her, "Hey, come home, come home, become the safety, and think of your actions." She's saying, "I just want to go to London and have fun." That's what she's telling her parents, but supposedly she's such in a dangerous situation, right? Let's continue. Excuse me. Alright. I hate photos. Nothing to show here. But again, what's crazy is, again, she's talking to her parents, right? And she's being totally dismissive. She's made up some type of story, or caused them some type of worry. And so now they're on high alert because of the information she's giving them, and so they're gonna do what parents are supposed to do, right? So again, she goes, "Nothing's happened to me so far, but I want to stick around and find out. Yeah, if anything happens or I get the hint that it will, I will go to the embassy and get expedited stateside." So again, she hasn't been raped, she hasn't been harmed, she hasn't been forced to do anything, right? Because she said if something like that happens, I will immediately go to the embassy and get expedited stateside. And then her parents finally respond, say, "So keep that focus. How will you get to the embassy? How will you get the embassy's help if you don't contact them on your arrival? Another thing you've missed. Call 1112 embassy. They are waiting for your call now." Now, right? To tell her call now. I guess she doesn't call, so 2 minutes later to tell her call now. And she goes, "Thanks, Mom. Like I said, I want to go to London. We will be okay. If I feel like it won't work preemptively, I will make the call and do the right thing in the situation. Right now, we both want to go to London." She sends a voice message, or her mom sends a voice message. She says, "Can't listen to the voice message." Her mom says, "Go to London, but why have all the American embassy on alert? You're causing a major upheaval because the Marines and all American squad is on the go now. Fuck it, Emma. Fuck it." And she goes, "You called, I didn't. I want to go to London. You called, that's on you. Tell them to come Tuesday when we leave. Then they can see everything. Look, if you stop me from going to London, expect me to disappear. I want to go to London." So, so she puts her parents in a panic, right? Her parents do what they're supposed to do. Call the U.S. Embassy, and she says, "Well, I didn't tell you to call them because nothing's wrong." And instead of, again, this is somebody who made her parents think she's in a dangerous situation. So if she's such in a dangerous situation, why would she say to tell the embassy to come after she leaves? But you're the one that had them come, so why wouldn't you be there when they come if you're such in a dangerous situation? Because she knows she's full of shit. She knows she's causing an issue that's not true, and she's the one to be held accountable for her actions, right? And she's like, "I just want to go to London." Imagine your parents call the police because you made them think you're in a dangerous situation, and then she says, and then you tell your parents, "Well, if you stop me from going where I want to go, I'm just gonna run away." Like, what kind of spoiled brat type of shit is that? Like, come on, people, be real. So if you stop me from going to London, expect me to disappear. I want to go to London. Her parents try to call her, and then I guess they called her. I guess they didn't answer. Then she says, "How dare you put me in danger like that? You called, not me." Right? And their mom says, "Go to hell, Emma." Imagine your parents being so fed up with you to tell you to go to hell. Go to hell, Emma, with your ignorance and with your arrogance, ignorance, and bullshit. Go to Wop land or Bangkok or Bora Bora. Who's stopping you? The whole American embassy is on alert. Shame on you. She goes, "That's your fault. Thanks." Leaving, and then her parents leaving now will be up to those who want to control your life to their own gain. Have you not seen by now the cost of humanity? And she said, "It's not just me here, you idiots. There's another young girl here. Fuck you both. You are ignorant, and I should have never trusted you with this information. Fuck off." Again, these are her parents. These are her parents. These are her parents she's talking to. Fuck off. And her mom or dad says, "Okay, do not bother me with me personally anymore. No need for this shit." And then I guess that's her dad. He left the conversation, right? And then her mom goes, "Sometimes it is prudent to just look at life as we all have to. When you get out of the shit that you have got yourself in, maybe you only have yourself to blame. I'm sure that you have your own ideas as to your own problems, and I'm also a suffering guy." Oh, I guess her mom left, right? "And I'm also a suffering guy coping over the years." And he goes, "Sorry, didn't finish. Try to focus on yourself, and you have your own brilliant." I guess he meant brilliance. "Just to have a coil." Oh, just had a call from the embassy. You are to apparently approach any military personnel to gain more weight at the airport that you should be on the way to. Keep me informed." And then it says she sent a message and then she deleted it, and she says, "I promise I call them tomorrow. Is that okay? Can we do that? Can we meet them tomorrow?" And then he goes, "Just get to the airport now. You are in a lot of trouble and you have to do as you are told for once. I'm waiting to hear you are safe. Just tell whoever you are with that whoever you are with to allow you to go is the best solution. They know we will leave tomorrow," is what she says. "I promise, Dad. With my whole heart I wanted out anyways. It just didn't need to go to this length. I want to be honest with you both. That's all. I'm quite exhausted after this number. I will call them tomorrow and meet as promised and go to the offices. I love you both so very much. The brothers are traveling at the moment, which is why I planned it this way. Can I please go to sleep? I will keep my promise and go to the embassy tomorrow, and I will make it there. I haven't slept all night." Then her dad says, "Just get it done without any of your arguments that you will not get anywhere with. Time to get yourself into the way of the world." She says, "I promise. I understand why you have done what you have. I love you both dearly. I just wish I had more control over the situation because I am in it. Do you know what I mean? We could have sorted it out together instead of doing it this way. It's really hurt me." And then, so again, people, these are parents. She put her parents in a state of panic. They did the right thing. They called the embassy, called the Marines, called the police. And then she says, wait. Why'd you call them? I just want to handle them my way. Because one, I'm not hurt. Nothing's happened to me yet. And I just want to get this other girl out of here so we could go and have some fun in London. But now that you've called the police, now the situation is very real, and now I might actually be in danger or get in trouble for making all this hubbub because you guys called them, right? So, I guess her dad says, "The texts before weren't from you, as I know you. We will see tomorrow's outcome, my friends. We will get you. M." So again, remember earlier when they told Tristan let her go, right? Because they think that they were talking to Tristan or that she doesn't have control over her phone or XYZ. And then she goes, "They were for me, Mom. All these texts have been for me. I'm so serious. I swear to God, Dad, I've been serious in my messages. That's why you did that?" Right? So she's saying, "Oh, you called the police and the embassy because you think I wasn't the one messaging you. I did that. That was me. That was me. I sent those messages, parents. Like, what do you mean? And she goes, you don't know how much danger I believed I was in and how painful that was. And she put a sad face. Well, it's better we follow this rhetoric as I don't trust anyone. We are in a situation. So I wish they had the rest of this conversation, right? Because again, this shows her parents enabling this bullshit, right? She says, nothing's happened to me, right? Nothing happened. I was actually the one telling you that nothing happened to me. And then instead of her parents saying, oh shit, well, we fucked up, he goes, well, it's better we follow this rhetoric. It's better we stick with this story because I don't trust anyone anyways, right? And as a dad, that's what he's supposed to say, right? But again, this just shows that nothing happened to this girl. She wasn't trafficked. She wasn't raped. She wasn't fooled. She wasn't tricked. She came there of her own volition. She had access to her money, her phone, TikTok. She could buy and leave. Nobody cared whether she stayed or went. So again, it was all, she was just looking to have fun at the end of the day. She said it herself. I was just looking for a new love and a way to have fun and travel. That's what she was there for, just to have fun, get some money, and live life at somebody else's expense, right? So that's the rest of that conversation, right? So let's see the conversation between her and the other girl, right? And then you can immediately see the difference in this conversation. You can see how lighthearted it is. There's so many emojis everywhere, right? Whereas when she was talking with her parents, there weren't as many. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see, but I'll try my best. So boom, first message, good advice, thanks babe. How far is food, by the way? Are you as hungry as me? She says, we will talk more tonight. And the prize for best actress, these are the messages we saw, right? And the prize for best actress is going to Emma. And Alona is the other girl. She goes, yeah, I'm starving. I can't see though because the app is not allowing me. It's not showing me. So they ordered some food. She's trying to find out how far the food is. The app is not showing her how far the food is. It's probably like Uber Eats, XYZ. And then she sent a picture. They didn't put the picture. It says image omitted. And she goes, I need to work a bit. Oh, she probably sent a picture of herself. She goes, I need to work a bit, like post some TikToks. And then, so this is the girl she said that she's concerned with, who maybe she also thinks is brainwashed, XYZ. So this girl is still concerned about making money on TikTok or, you know, continue to post because that's what she wants to do. So we can say objectively, or if we want to play devil's advocate, we can say, oh, that this lady, she's scared or she's brainwashed by the Tate brothers to continue to post on TikTok to make some money, right? So she's like, I need to post some TikToks because I need to work. She's trying to make some money. And then Bear goes, she's still responding to the message about her being a great actress. She goes, a golden Oscar now, please. A fucking Glovo. She laughs. And she goes, what time will you have to do that? Asking her as far as working, what time will you have to work? And Alona goes, once I get famous or rich, I will make sure I get one for you. Responding to about having a golden Oscar. And then she goes, I just wondering how late we could stay up. And then she goes, now. And then she says, because somebody is constantly listening. And I would assume that this is referring to the Tate Angels, is constantly listening to them. She goes, can't wait to watch you in all the movies. Right? So this is where we're starting to get into them conspiring against Tate to get into a movie or get some type of Netflix deal or whatever. And she goes, you're already famous in my eyes, LOL. We will see how we do it later. She goes, I can't believe you've been alone I can't believe you've been alone in all this shit. And she goes, I'm really happy I'm here with you, honestly. And she goes, LOL, what do you mean? And then she goes, me too. She goes, haha, I just mean you're badass. And like, I kind of ignored my family. I haven't really spoke with anyone because let's be honest, it's fucking crazy, right? So this is where we could kind of play devil's advocate and say, okay, maybe Alonia is being trafficked, right? Maybe she's being mistreated, XYZ. However, once we continue on this conversation, you'll kind of see, you know, maybe not. maybe she's not as far. Again, this is her choice because, again, she has her own phone. She can post to TikTok. She herself has chosen not to talk to her own family, as we have seen here, because again, she's just like Bear or Emma, who is, pretty, can do what she wants, get things from guys because of her looks, right? And she goes, because it's fucking crazy, but like now you got here and I think it's crazy. I feel like you are literally sent from God because you remember the son, much of my friend XYZ, and because she was Asian. Oh, you remind me so much because you remember me. Because you remind me so much of my friend, and because she was Asian, LOL, but like just a good person and supportive. She goes, same here, I haven't talked to anyone either. But she did talk to someone because she talked to her parents. So she in herself is lying to Alonia, right? Nobody points that out. So she just told Alonia, I haven't talked to anyone either. But as we can see, she just talked to her parents, right? And she goes, I'm happy we've met. I will protect you and make sure we get out of here safely. I promise. And not because she was Asian. Stupid me. Ha ha ha. Smiley face, heart eyes. Thank you. I'm sure we could do this. Get out of this fucking mess. So basically what we can see right here is that Emma, she's the one who's truly upset with the situation. She's not getting the attention from Tristan that she wants. She's not getting the money she wants, XYZ. So as you saw, Alonia herself didn't think the situation is bad. She still wants to work and make money because they are making money. And then she's like, oh, I didn't even think it was crazy until you got here and showed me the light that this is crazy, right? So she goes, if we make them believe we are in love, they will either not suspect us as leaving whatsoever, or if they find out we do, they eventually will. They won't chase us. They will believe we are coming back, or at least try to come back, that we are obsessed with them. Yeah, I told you to be like saying a nice message and that we are hurt or shit like that, that we do love them, but just don't like the situation. So they will not think we are really against them. Alright, so boom. Right here. So Aliona told Emma, so Emma told Aliona that, hey, if we pretend that we love them, they won't suspect that we're gonna leave, right? Even though Aliona's been there forever. She goes, if we pretend we love them, they won't suspect that we leave, and they will believe that we're coming back, or even if they do think we're gonna leave, they're not gonna care because they'll think that we'll come back. When in reality, she knows, she herself told her parents that Tristan and Andrew don't care if they leave at all, hence the fact that they're not even at the house in the first place, right? So, and then Aliona told you, yeah, I told you to tell the brothers, like she said, I told you to send the brothers a nice message to make it seem that we still love them, but that we're hurt, as in, that you don't love us, or basically told her to play manipulation games, that, oh, I love you guys, but I just don't like the situation. That's what she told them to tell them, right? So that they think we're not really against them, right? So basically, pretend that you love them, that we're hurt about the situation, that you're not showing us love, so we don't like the situation, so that way they don't think that we're trying to get them hemmed up by the police, right? And then Emma says, yeah, that's smart. Play the victim. I mean, we are, but like, yeah, act like we still love them and stuff. Ha 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 ha. And then she put in quotations, I mean, we are. And then Aliona's like, wait. And then Bear goes, what? Or Emma goes, what? So again, if you don't know how women talk, or if you don't understand the slang, you might be confused by that, right? So she's going like, what? Like, raise the roof, what? Pretend that we still love them, even though we don't, and we're gonna act like we're the victims. Ha 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 ha. I mean, we are the victims. And Aliona's like, wait, like she didn't even understand that part herself, but she just went along with it. And then she goes, but maybe I just tell them I take off today. So she's still trying to make some money. Aliona, maybe we could say she's brainwashed if you want to talk about it objectively, right? Maybe we can say, oh, she's brainwashed, but she's still thinking in a money mentality. She's still trying to make money, and she knows that she's there to make money. right? That's why she's saying, oh, so they don't think that we're against them in sense of a business aspect. So they don't think that we're trying to mess up the money, right? And she goes, LOL. And then Emma goes, yeah, just take off, laughing emojis. And then Emma goes, so I don't have to play? And she says, oh man, I could just tell them to take off today so I don't have to play like I love them. And then Emma goes, yeah, didn't we decide on that? And then Eliona goes, yeah. She goes, ha 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 ha. I completely forgot about that. Laughing emojis, ha ha ha, silly me. Laughing emoji, oops, laughing emoji. But yeah, the thing is, here's Eliona again. But yeah, the thing is just that I didn't go live yesterday either. So again, she's still thinking about money. She thinks she's gonna get in trouble because she didn't go live yesterday. She wants to go live today just to kind of keep playing that role that she's there to make money. Emma goes, okay, fuck it. If we're leaving tomorrow anyways, but fuck it. Eliona goes, yeah, who cares if they get mad? Fuck them. Who cares if they get mad? Fuck them. Laughing emoji, yeah, and fuck this place. Middle finger emojis, it's just I don't want them to get suspicious, right? So we can say right here that Eliona is truly terrified or scared to not post up videos, right? Because, you know, whatever, we can say that, because again, she's still like, I need to post something to, you know, she's thinking a little bit smarter, right? Like, I need to continue on with the ruse that I'm here to make money until we leave. And then Emma's like, we're fine, don't even stress it, pretend it's another day, you're just tired, right? So just pretend you're tired, it'll be okay. And then she goes, I don't know where they would get others, maybe from your Instas, right? Like with clothes, it's okay, it doesn't matter, honestly, don't. It's a new account, don't. Tomorrow, got it, ha 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 ha, nobody knows about it now. Don't do anything about it today. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Our song, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Oh my god, I realized within the past 12 hours we realized this is trafficking. We lived in the mentality of trafficked women, believed we had the US Embassy and Marines and the FBI about to break into this house, took selfies with bread and had a few panic attacks, and now we're sitting here smiling, acting normal. Oh my god, I know, this is so crazy. I can't, what the hell, can't even. We are so good. We need a fucking Oscar. Let's just go play it cool and change my name so it will not start with an A. LOL, got it. Interesting fact, when I was to check with somebody, I was like, are you okay? She was sleeping, and she said I was just not able to sleep. Fuck. I don't think she heard anything because we put on music. But it's just crazy. She was the one who smoked those cigarettes. Thank God we played that music. Thank fucking God. I don't think so. So, there's a lot to unpack right there, right? So let's go back. So, again, obviously they've been planning to leave for quite some time. Alright. Nobody knows about it now. So she's saying, first Eliana was saying, well, I don't know where they would get more girls from. And then maybe from your Instagram, like with clothes. It's okay, it doesn't matter, honestly, don't. It's a new account, XYZ. Don't. I don't know why she kept saying don't. She just kept saying don't, it's a new account, don't, tomorrow, got it. Ha 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 ha. Nobody knows about it now. Don't do anything about today. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Okay. Anyways, so they have their own little, everybody knows that little, you know, meme. Don't be suspicious, don't be. We know about all that, right? But here's what I want to touch on. She goes, Emma, oh my god, I realized within the past 12 hours, we realized this is trafficking. We lived in the mentality of trafficked women. Believed we had the US Embassy and the Marines and FBI about to break into this house. Took selfies with bread and had a few panic attacks, and now we're sitting here acting normal. Now I want to touch on, because okay, so remember, this is the 10th, right? So the 10th is when she was talking to her parents and they're telling her that the Marines were going to come there. And then the 11th, right, she said she scheduled a flight for the 12th, right? So the 11th is the next day she went to sleep. She then texts, Aliona in the morning, right? They probably already talked in person. So the conversation that we're seeing here right now, on the 11th, they've already had some conversation in the future, in person, right? So she says we in the last 12 hours. So the last 12 hours is when she was talking with her parents, right? So we just realized in the last 12 hours that this is trafficking. Why? Probably because her parents said that, right? That's what she was discussing with her parents, saying that they're being trafficked, and we had the mentality of trafficked women, right? So again, this is kind of the part of the conversation she was having with her parents, saying, "Oh, we're being trafficked, X, Y, Z, this, such and such and such," right? We believe we had the embassy and the Marines and the FBI about to break in. So they were supposed to come today, as per the conversation she had with her parents, right? Obviously, they haven't showed up just yet, and that's why she said we believe that the FBI was about to pull up and break into the house. And she said took selfies with bread. I don't know what that means, and maybe that means money, right? I don't think they actually took selfies with, actual baguettes, but with, actual money. That's why she said bread, and had a few panic attacks, and now we're sitting here acting normal, right? So basically, this is them, trying to create a narrative that they're being harmed. We took pictures with money, and we had a few panic attacks, and now we're acting normal, right? And then now they're saying that somebody was supposed to check on them because she couldn't sleep or went to sleep early, but now they didn't hear us because we're playing music, right? So let's go on. Let's continue. Oh my God, it's so crazy. What the hell? I can't even. We're so good though. We need a fucking Oscar. Let's go. Let's just go play it cool and change my name so it won't start with an A. Interesting fact. Blah blah. I went over that already. She would know. Trust me. She will never touch a cigarette. Thank God we play that music. Thank fucking God. I don't think so. She will never touch a cigarette. It's somebody we are talking about. She steals people. So this is another girl. This is a new girl we are talking about. She steals people's stuff. She's stolen from somebody else plenty of times. Somebody will beat her and the other girls. Trust me. How would she know they are somebody? And how would somebody find out? I hope she would not be awake when we leave. And she said the name. She goes, fuck, have you ever gotten an Uber from here before? Aliona says yes. She probably thought she had it in the bag. What? And then she says somebody's name. And that's the last of the messages, right? So, now so, yeah. This is a touchscreen laptop too, so I'm touching the screen, but you can't see me touching the screen. Right, but anyways. So basically, as you can see, right? As you can see, as per the messages, right? We can play devil's advocate and say there's some things that weren't mentioned that might have happened to them that we don't know about. But again, from the conversation, these aren't, women that are truly scared that something has happened to them in the past and that might happen again. They've just been talking about things they might have heard or something that happened to somebody else. And again, Aliona's been there for quite some time, and she hasn't said, oh, as far as we see from the text messages, right? She hasn't said, oh, this happened to me, I'm scared it's going to happen again. She says things that happened to maybe somebody else. As far as like that last part right there, she says XYZ will beat somebody else if that person steals from them, right? So she goes, I'm serious. Now the thing about that is, hold on, let me bring that up again so I can read it. She goes, she probably thought she had it in the bag. Now I also want to point out, she goes, have you ever gotten an Uber from here? So, and Aliona says yes. Now remember, Bear, which is Emma, she just basically got there. Aliona's been there for quite some time. So she's been there for a while. So Aliona says, yeah, I've gotten an Uber from here. So when we're talking about people being trafficked or held against their will or brainwashed, Aliona clearly says and demonstrates she could have left at any time in the past, right? Because she could get her own Uber. And how do you call Uber? You can only call Uber through your phone. How do you pay for Uber? You can only pay for Uber through your phone. And how would you do that? By having a bank account. And how would you have a bank account? By putting money into your bank account. And how do you put money into your bank account? You gotta have a card, you gotta have an ID, have a way to deposit it, have account number XYZ. So again, this demonstrates that these women have their own money, bank accounts, IDs, can leave freely, that they're, not being held against their will. And this is why Andrew Tate got released last year in April when they first arrested him, right? So as far as these allegations go, so again, more information is going to come out, right? But what I want to see, right? What I want to see is, again, there's 6 victims. DICOT has identified 6 of them. So 6 of these victims, 2 say they're not victims. 2 right now, well, 1 says nothing happened to her as per her own messages to her parents. Another one, Aliona, has not mentioned anything as far as being raped against her will, has not been said anything negative, haven't said she's not been paid. As per the messages between her and the other girl, they're both plotting to leave, as well as sell the story to Netflix, get a Golden Globe, XYZ, or as per their acting skills, right? They're saying, oh, we should be this, right? Then, so that leaves two women left, right? We just had one released by the Sun, says that, she was forced to get breast implants, and that when she left, that Tate's angels, tried to beat her up, or they made her hold her arms up, which stretched out her sutures from the surgery. Again, there was no proof to that, hence why the police dropped in the first place. So that leaves one more woman, right? Now we could say, oh, having these women on camera, taking their clothes off for money, that's sex trafficking. However, if you follow Philip DeFranco, he just dropped a video where there's another lady who does the same thing with Andrew Tate that Andrew Tate does. She has 160 women in her employ who make about $8,000 a month. And where's the outcry on that, right? Again, she has 160 women who do webcam stuff, dates, take their clothes off for money, XYZ. Because, again, most people don't know Romania is a hot spot for the sex cam industry, right? That's one of the reasons why Andrew Tate went out there to do that, because it's a hot spot for it. Of course, there's, instances of abuse and people being smuggled down there or trafficked into that industry. However, this woman has 160 women that do this for her and make $8,000 a month, right? Andrew Tate had a couple, I think the highest, I don't know because I didn't look too far in to see how many he had, right? But let's say he had 6, right? 6 to 160. Why aren't the police looking at this other lady? If we're going to say, oh, having women come out there to get on camera is sex trafficking. Well, this lady has 160 of them, right? So where's the outcry from people who are calling Tate all these names? Where's that outcry? So if you haven't seen, again, I know on the screen those screenshots were hard to see, right? So if you go to Crabman on Twitter, he has those on his Twitter, and you can look at them and read them yourself and see what I'm talking about. So what we're doing now, we're waiting for some more information, and we're gonna see what happens and where it goes from here, and innocent to proven